Good morning, students. Now we have uh, studied broadly. We have seen about the three categories or the three strata of the society in the European social order. We have already seen the first order. You know very well, the clergy class. The second order, the nobility, and the third order, the peasantries. Understand the three classes and the three order. Upon these three orders, the entire social structure, uh, social system was structured on the three orders. Understand? Or in the social hierarchy, we have already seen that. And at the top of this social hierarchy, we have seen that the priest was at the top. Understand? And the clergy class. Okay, and you know very well that clergy class held the highest position in the society. Understand? Or the secondly, we have seen the second order, now the nobility, and the third order, the peasantry. So now this clergy class, you know very well that they were associated with the churches. Understand? And the order of the church, and this clergy or these church and the clergy were the very strong. Understand? Or the head of the church system, or the Christianity was the Pope. Understand? Or the Pope, the church had its own rules, own regulations, own taxation system. Understand? And the own judiciary and the own courts to take the trial of the dissidents. Understand? Dissidents were taken the trial by the church courts. So we have seen that, and the church even imposed the tax upon the common man and the common people. Okay, or the 1/10 of the that is called the tithes. 1/10 of the church used to be collected. Now we have seen that, and church exercised the enormous power, and church was not under the control of the state. So it is said that the church was a state within the state. Understand? It's because it's had the own independent system and own independent law and rules and the judiciary system. Okay, that was the far extent very true of that the statement. Now the students, as the we know that about the three orders. Understand? As we have seen that one of the French priest, now French priest believed. We know that the French Revolution occurred, and they happened first of all in the first in the France, 1789. You have studied, I suppose. And this French Revolution, understand, the priest of the French Revolution, or the priest of the France, we can say that the concept that peoples were member of the one of the three orders. Understand? Depending on their work, the French priest believed that now the concept of the three orders were on the basis of the and on the basis of the works these the people they performs. Understand? What they work perform, according to that this strata of the society had been determined. Understand? Or moreover, or depending on their work, this strata or this ranking of the society was on the basis of the work of the people. And moreover, a bishop is stated as the one of the bishop make the statement that here below Psalm pray. The one of the bishops statement is that here the song pray. Understand? Means the clergy class, those were associated with the churches, and the associated and the or the related with the religious life of the people. Understand? Those were the associated with. Next, the other fights. Understand? The fights now denotes to or pertaining to the this fights term pertaining to the nobility. Understand? Whose work was the administered in their states, or in their small unit of the area, in a small unit where they perform the all kind of the administrative system, judiciary. Understand? And exercise the law and orders, and moreover impose the taxes upon the common man, and took the advantage advantages from the took the all the privileged, understand, advantage of the privileged. They were the privileged class. The clergy and the nobles also were in the category of the privileged class. So they used to take the begar and the work without the paying the wages to the workers, understand. This tendency was prevalent in the European society. Okay, and the moreover we can see that now the here the fights, understand, and the work and the still other work. The still other work means that the peasantry class, understand, the other class, their work is the to perform their own works, understand. Or thus the three ordered society were broadly on the basis of these three orders, the society was broadly categorized, or the divided into the three categories: the clergy, nobility, and the peasantry. Now one thing is that one of the in the 12th century, now Abbess Hildegard of the Bingens wrote. Okay, one of the persons who wrote, named the Abbess Hildegards of Bingens wrote. What he wrote, understand? Who would think of the herding of his entire? Now here you can think that how this is, what the statements mean here. The statements mean that who would now like or the think of herding the entire cattle in one stable, understand. The now one stable, it means that now who would think that the entire people, understand, entire people would be the equally placed, understand, or the equally positioned or the placed. Who would think the similarly, who would think about the entire cattle to be the in the one stable, stable, as the cattle of the different kinds, understand, could not be the adjoined and kept together in the stable. The similarly the different kind, the people of the different kind could not be the treated as the similar way, understand. They can be the treated in the differently. So that is the, and moreover the cows, donkey at the stable, the like the in the stable, one stable, the cows, donkey, monkey, sheep, goat, understand. Now how can could be they be without the difference, therefore it is necessary. Now further he explains that necessary to establish the difference among the human beings are the similar way. Now they try to impose the conditions of the cattle with the human beings in the similar way, now, so that the similar way, how the, therefore the it is the necessary to establish the difference among the human beings. So similarly the difference should be the made between the human beings, understand, human beings and other, and moreover among the human beings, so that they don't destroy each others. Why? If the different kind of the people will live together, so they will destroy, they will come into the conflicts together, understand. So here the division of work has been the drawn, understand, or as and moreover we can you can think that, and moreover they would destroy each others if the all the people of the society will be the jumbled together, understand, and mixed together, and the or the mixed similar, so they that will create a conflict in the society. So there must be the differences must be existed in the society, understand. This was the statement by the clergy class, or the by a statement by your scholars. And further destroy, God makes the distinction among his flocks, understand. Further he said that God makes the differences or the distinction among his flock, understand, or in heaven as on the earth. In the heaven God makes the differences among his flocks, the similar on the did or he did on the earth. Similarly, there is a clearly, and all are loved by him. Whosoever, whatever their categories, all are loved by God. Yet there is no equality among them. Yet the people or there is no equality among the human beings. But even then, they are all are loved by the God. Understand? This statement was given universally. Universal love of the God is the for the meant for each others, but on the basis of the work, understand, or the basis of the professions, all could not be the jumbles together and the keep together like in the stubble, different cattle and the animals are kept differently. So the human beings should be the keep the differently or the divided. This statement was given. Now the students, we are the here. The one thing is that we by this statement we find that one thing the God loved and the God loves universally to all. That is whatever their categories may be. This statement is now broadly in broader sense by these scholars with the divisions the God confers not the differences or the mixed not the differences with the differentiates with the different people. Second thing is that now today we are our study the second order, the nobility. Students, the nobility was the second order, understand, and they were the directly associated with the administrative works or the defense of the country, and as well as the expansion of the territories, understand, and just as the pillar of the kings, administrative pillars of the king, we can say the priest placed themselves in the first order. Very clear, we know that the priest placed themselves as the first order, like in our country the Brahmins now they placed themselves at the first order of our social strata: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and the Shudras. So Brahmins now placed the first order. In the similar way in the Europe you can see that this priest class, understand, they placed themselves at the top of the society, and the nobles in the second ranks. Nobles had been the kept or the put at the second ranks, understand, or the nobility had in reality the central role in the social processing. The nobility now played the very central nobles in the social process. This is because they controlled the land. Now this nobility class controlled the vast tracts of the land under, okay, and moreover, and this control was the outcome of a practice called the vassalage, and this practice was the outcomes of a practice that is called as the vassalage. 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 We can see this was the vassalage or the king of the France. Now, first of all, let's see what's the go to the kings. The king of France were linked to the people of the vassalage. The French kings, understand, like the Louis First, Louis 14, Louis 15, and the 16. You have studied the French Revolution occurred during the period of the kings Louis 16. Understand? Revolutions occurred. So during these Louis or the kings of the France these kings of the France were linked to the people by the vassalage. They were the linked to the people by the vassalage. It means that they were not the kings of the France were not directly attached or directly linked with the common man. No, they were attached. They were now in the chain system. not directly, they were attached in the contact of the people through their vassals and through their dependent and through their vessels. And now here, dependence, vessels means the terminological meaning of the vessel is to be dependence. Understand? Dependence. So who dependence upon whom? The vassals depended, the lords dependent on the king. Understand? Or the big lords, the small lords, understand, they now they dependent on the big lords, the more, and the other big lords dependent on their superior lords. So in this way, this vassal system was based on a dependency and the protection of the big laws, protections given by the big lords to the small lords. Understand? So now students, let's see here the king of France, similar to the practice among the Germanic peoples. Now we know very well that the why this practice was in the prevalent in the Germany, because these Franks, so the French in a very long time. Understand? We know very well that they, after the decline of the Roman Empire, they had attacked from the German to the on the France. These Franks originally belonged to the Germany, or they had now attacked upon the France and captured the France, or in their names France was named as the in the name of the Frank tribes, or the Franks tribes. The France was named as the French. Understand? So now we know that it was the natural that in the German area, understand, in the Germanic peoples, of whom the Franks were one, the big, and this kind of the practice was also, I have to say that this kind of the vassalist system was also practiced in Germany also. Why? These Franks once belonged to the Germany. Very clear. And moreover, the big landowners, nobles were vassals of the king. Big landowners and the big nobles, they were the vassals of the king, means the allotted the large tracts of the land, and then they allotted their lands to the other vassals and the other subordinates. Understand? Land here in India, understand, big jamindars, okay, they now given away their lands to the sub jamindars, sub landlords. Understand? So now in the same way in the Europe, understand, big landlords, they now made or the given away the part of their lands. They had the large tracts of the land. They given away the one of the parts of the lands to the other to the small lords. Understand? So in this way, the small lords, they now given away the further to the other lords. They other to the junior lords. So in this way, we see that this vassal system was based on the basis of the lordship hierarchy. At the top of that, the king, sorry, at the top of the, this was the king was at the top, and next then after the other lords were big lords, and then after the small lords, okay, sub lords were at the ranks, okay, at the lower ranks. So in this way, we see that the nobles were vassals of the king, peasants were the vassals of the landowners, and then after the peasants were the vassals of the landowners. Means the vassals, lords were the nobles were the vassals of the king, and the peasants were the vassals of the landowner, small landowners. And moreover, a nobleman accepted the king as his senior. A nobleman had to accept and had to subordinate himself or himself to the king. Understand? And accepted the king's authority or the king's superiority because the king was at the top. Our king is used to assign the or the assign the land to the lords. Understand? That's why the naturally the lords had to accept the sovereignty of the kings. And moreover, a nobleman accepted the king's senior, and they made a mutual promise. And then, when the nobleman was given, when the nobles were given away the land, understand? So they made a mutual promise. Both were made the mutual promise. Understand? Means the kings and the lords, kings and the from the two sides, the promise were given or the promise were made. Understand what the promise they made? The Lord, would protect the vessels. Understand? It was said the Lord, understand, the Lord would protect the vessels. Other sublords, other subordinates, the vessels, protect the vessels. Who would be the loyal to him? The lords would protect the vessels, and vessels would be the loyal to the lords. And this relationship involved the elaborate rituals, and this relationship was made between the lords and the vessels in a very elaborate rituals. Through the rituals, there was a ritual, understand, or the oath taking ceremony, you can say. Now the oath was taken by the vessels or the and the Lord now also made the promise to his subordinates and the or the his vessels who would loyal to him. This involved the rituals, exchange of vows taken on the Bible. Now, exchange of vows and the oaths and the swear they took are the taken on the Bible in the church. By the with the taking the Bibles, either we Hindus understand the court. Now we touch the Gita, whatever we take the swear. Understand? Before the making the any statement in the courts. Okay. So similarly, understand in this oath takings, they put the hands and keep keep the Bibles in their hands and took the swear or the swear in the church at this ceremony, and this was performed in a grand ceremony. Or in this ceremony, the vessel received a written chart, and during this ceremony, the vessels, okay, he was given away the written chart, understand, or a staff. Written chart means the legal documents of the legal documents regarding the lands assigned to him, and second thing is that a staff or even a staff. Staff means thick stick, understand, given as a mark of the defending and the weapons, understand, he was given. And moreover, even a clod of earth, understand, was given, a weight clod of earth was given and handed over to the vessels, while symbolizing that assignments of the land to him. Okay, a clod of earth given away, understand, as a assignment, as a symbol of the land that which is being given to him, understand, which is being given away to the him, and was being given him by his master. Clod of earth, understand, this symbolizes that now the master is he is being being conferred on, understand, the lands granted by the masters, given away by the master. So this under this ceremony, the both sides took the oaths, and on the other hand, understand, the vessels now took the oaths, understand, with their clasped hands. Some were the seven heads, and the clasped hands, understand, or putting their hands in the in the both hands of their masters. Understand? Or knelt down and then or took the swear. Understand? Of the obedience. Whatever in these rituals. Understand? In these rituals, it was done before the church. Understand? So this ceremony was made, okay, and it was the swear. The noble enjoyed a privileged status, and through that, the nobles in their administrative unit, small states, or the administrative unit, now he enjoyed a lot of a lot of a privileged status. Now, or the now he had absolute control over his property. Understand? And now he made the complete control over the and in a perpetuity, in a permanent perpetuity means the in a permanent way. And he now the Lord, the vessels could raise the troops called the feudal levies, and they could now raise the army and the troops, and they had to be the maintained. It was the compulsory for every lords and every vessels. Understand? So now they could raise the troops as the raise the troops troops of the peasants or the common man. I have to say troops of the peasants or the common man. They have to be the render the service as a troops at the army also of the lords. And moreover, this is the called as the this could be the raised feudal levies. This is called as the feudal levies. Means the feudals lords could take the services in the army, recruit them in the army, and Lord held his own court. Moreover, these lords in their administrative unit, a small administrative unit, or in their states, now they perform the work of the judiciary, work of, as a judge, they perform and dispense the justice to the common man. Understand? And the moreover, and could even now the coin his own money. These lords were so free, understand, so independent that they could carve out and now they could practice their own money. So the strong and the powerful these lords were in their respective administrative unit. Understand? And the moreover, understand, novel say, and he was the lord of all the people settled on his lands, and whosoever living in the boundary or in the states of a lord, all swear now supposed to be the lord of all people, and he was a lord, means the just as a god, means as a protector of the all people living in his estates, and moreover he owned vast tracts of the land. We know very well these lords were assigned the vast tracts of the land, or okay, and which contained his own dwellings. Understand? In vast tracts of the land, okay, he had got his own dwelling, his private fields in the vast tracts of the land. His dwellings means his castle. Understand? His castles, and moreover the private fields, his own private field, and the private lands upon which that was exclusively for the lords. Productions was exclusively come to him. Understand? And now then and his own dwellings also, his private field, pastures land for the cattle, rearing of the cattle, and the homes field of the tenants' peasants, and moreover in his estates the field of tenant peasants, pastures land, understand, ponds, forest, all these were under the control or under the possessions of these lords, or on the fields of the lords. And moreover, his private lands were cultivated by the peasants. The lords had every lords had its own private lands, and upon the private lands peasants worked, and we were also expected to act as a foot soldiers. They were foot soldiers. They worked on the Lord's field, and they were also supposed to be the foot soldier. Understand? Foot soldiers in the battle when the required. Now they had to be the render the service as a army, or as the soldiers. Understand? Soldiers. And whenever the war happens, understand, so then they had to help the kings. These all lords had to, I have already taught you, these all lords who maintain the army, horses, weapons within their units or administrative units. So they, whenever the kings required, whenever the kings called them, understand, to be present in the battlefield against the king's enemy, that they had to now support the kings, and they had to come or inducted, they had to induct their army, understand, in the lines of the army of the kings, understand. Or moreover, peasants, foot soldiers in the battle when required, in additions of the working on their own farms. And these peasants has to be the had to work on their own farms. Understand? They have to perform the work on their own farms. Understand? These peasants had to be the, or as well as they had to perform the work on the private farm of the nobles. Understand? So, or they had to also perform as a soldiers. Understand? Whenever it was required, or it was called upon by the nobles. Understand? So the nobles in their administrative units enjoyed a lots of privileges. Understand? Students, this is the okay. That's next. Further continue our study. Thank you very much.